expression. So we have cosine of sine inverse of a number. Okay, this is not in the unit circle, so we don't have a standard angle, so we need to work on new triangle. By the way, root 3 over 2 is a nice number. We can find that on the unit circle, but not this. What we do is, then we said this inside sine inverse of some number means this will be an angle, and plus means in first quadrant, so this will be an angle, let's say theta. So let me put here, let theta be this angle sine inverse of root 2 over 3. Okay, that is same as sine theta equals root 2 over 3. Okay, theta equals sine inverse of root 2 over 3 means sine theta, not inverse, sine theta is root 2 over 3, and this will be positive, means in first quadrant. Okay, and this question now reads simply cosine, and we said theta, cosine theta. So we have sine theta equals root 2 over 3, and we are trying to determine cosine theta basically. There are several ways to solve, but the easiest, more general would be using a triangle in first quadrant. So theta, first quadrant here, just draw, this will be theta from, okay, and drop a perpendicular to x-axis, just make a right triangle. So this is adjacent x, and this is opposite y, and this is hypotenuse, we say r, let's say x square plus y square equals r square, and sine is SOHCAHTOA, so S-O-H, so opposite over hypotenuse, or y over x. Okay, this is y over, sorry, opposite over hypotenuse, opposite y over r, so y over r, so y is root 2, r is 3. Okay, and x square plus y square equals r square. From there we can determine the value of x. X square plus y square equals r square, unknown x square plus y square, root 2 square just 2, r square 3 square 9, subtract 2 from both sides, that's 7, and x is take square root of 7, and this is in first quadrant, so this is positive, so plus minus but plus. Now we have all three sides. Go back to this question. This is essentially cosine theta. Cosine theta, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, x over r, and x is root 7 over 3. Done. Let's do the same thing. So we let this angle be theta. So this question reads tangent theta. Okay, so we let theta be cosine inverse of 1/3. That means cosine of theta equals 1/3. So positive, everything positive means first quadrant. So we draw angle theta and make a right triangle. It does not have to be exact. Adjacent, opposite theta y, and this is hypotenuse r. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, x over r, x over r. So x is 1, r is 3. Okay, then y is missing, so we can find y. X square plus y square equals r square. X is 1 square, 1 plus y is unknown, r is 3 square, 9, subtract 1 from both sides, 8, take square root of both sides, plus minus, but this y is positive, it's going up, and in fact this is in first quadrant. I mean, r is always positive, but x and y are also positive because they are in the right side. Moving right, moving up means positive, or in the first quadrant. Root 8, Okay, you can simplify. 8 is 4 times 2, and the square root of 4 is 2, so 2 root 2. I mean, root 8 is fine, but 2 root 2 would be better. So we have y equals 2 root 2. And go back to the question. Tangent is y over x. And y was missing. We just found 2 root 2 over 1. Over 1 means nothing. So just 2 root 2. Here is theta, and this question is pretty much cosine theta. So we let theta be tangent inverse of 5 over 13. That means tangent of theta equals 5 over 13, and everything positive means first quadrant, so we draw an angle theta, right triangle here. Tangent, this is x, y, and r. Tangent is y over x, so y is 5, x is 13. So r is missing. We can find r. X square plus y square equals r square. This is 13 square. 5 square equals r square. Add 9, 5, 14. 9, 1, 94. Okay. Equals r square. Take square root of both sides. So r is square root of 194. So it might have some factors, perfect square factors. Does 4 divide or something? Okay, 194. You can simplify this one. Okay, 194. What is this? 4 divides how many times? 4, 16. And 34. No, 4 does not divide. Anyway, I mean, there can be, which is not really necessary, but if you can write down into smaller, like here root 8 was fine, but we wrote 2 root 2. You can do the same thing, but this one works. Now cosine theta, x over r. X is 13 over r is 194, and you don't have to rationalize. Final.